everybody, welcome to Step by Step Stories. Today we're going to talk a little bit about setting the table. Setting the table, we've talked a little bit before about actually enjoying a meal with your family and friends. But setting the table is something that you can do to help prepare and contribute to the meal. So when you are setting the table, usually you're going to enjoy a meal with your friends and your family. You know what? There's nothing wrong with setting the table and enjoying it by yourself. That is actually part of self-care. Okay, and taking time to set the table means that you have to really think about a few things before you get started. All right, so you need to think about, first of all, how many people are going to be joining you. All right, so you want to know how many people are going to be joining you at the table or are going to be sitting at the table so that you can plan accordingly. You also want to know what the menu is. Now, a menu is a fancy name for knowing what kind of food is going to be served and what type of tools that you're going to need in order for people to be able to eat neatly and tidily. So most of the time, what are the things that you need? You will need a plate, okay? Some people use plates, sometimes you may need a bowl, okay? You know what, I'm gonna just write a little bowl right there. Okay, so you may need a plate, you may need a bowl, you may need a spoon. Not exactly, it's more of a soup spoon actually, okay? But usually a regular spoon would look something like that. All right, you will need maybe a fork. Okay, a fork helps you to pick up items. Spoons are mostly for liquids and soupy types of things. Forks help you pick up items that are fairly hard, like meat, like vegetables that are firm, and put them into your mouth. Okay, of course, we all know what a knife is. Okay, so a knife, okay, that is something that's usually a little bit optional, okay? It will help you to cut your food up into small bite-sized pieces so that it's easy for you to chew, all right? For some of you, you may have an adult or a responsible adult help you cut your food up for you. Other people, you may have had an opportunity to learn how to use a knife. So we have our plate, we have our spoon, we have our forks, and we have our knives. Okay, very, very important, okay, to be careful when you are using a knife. All right, and the last thing that people may have, okay, is a napkin. Okay, in today's day and age, napkin, okay, some people call it a napkin, some people call it a serviette, okay. There are paper napkins, which are disposable. The more environmentally kind of napkin is a cloth one that you can just throw in the wash after you've used it. All right, but a napkin is used to just keep your mouth tidy so that food doesn't collect around your mouth. Or if something is a little bit too slurpy, you can kind of wipe it off. All right, so a napkin is for wiping. It's also helpful if something spills on you. Okay, so let's talk a little bit. I've got some examples. Okay, this is an example of a plate. Okay, it usually goes right in the middle, right in front of the chair where the person is going to sit. Then, okay, we have teaspoon, usually for dessert, coffee and tea. It's usually the smaller spoon that's at your table. We have a fork, okay. This can be sharp, okay, so be careful with it. That's used for spearing and really grabbing hold of firmer foods. We have larger spoons, okay, usually for soup or for very saucy types of materials. Okay, and a lot of people use it when they're having spaghetti and meatballs. And we have a knife, okay, and this is the hard part or the sharp part of a knife. Never put your fingers on it, okay, and then we have the handle of the knife over here. All right. When would you set the table? Normally you would set the table when you're having, hopefully an everyday meal. Okay. Sometimes though, usually people set the table for a special occasion. The nice thing about sitting at a table that is set is that once everything is set, once the food is out, it's really a nice opportunity for people who are enjoying a meal together to just sit and focus on each other instead of running around and doing the crazy things that we all do. One thing I do want to make sure that you think about is that clearing up matters. As much as it's fun to have all kinds of fancy things on your table, some people actually also even decorate it. Okay, you may have some flowers. Okay, some people may have a candle. Okay, which I know all of you know about being careful about. Okay, but make sure that when it's time to clear up, okay, do your part. So do your part. Okay, thank you very much for joining us at Step by Step Stories. Try setting the table once in a while, make it a little bit special, and have yourself an awesome day. Bye now.